So we posted a video that had several million views about our rotary lifts not working correctly. That's pissing me off. They need to send us a new lift. So I wanted to share what we found that actually fixed this, because there was a bunch of people that commented, called, emailed, asking what we did to fix it. We had worked on these things for about a year and a half after installation. We've installed 38 of these things in the last couple of years, installed them ourselves, most of them. But this one in particular, started off, the lift would go up and not come down. Couldn't get a resolution out of any of the service guys, so I went ahead and purchased a cylinder myself. Cylinder fixed that issue, so it started coming back down, but then quickly we realized in this new cylinder, the paint job on it was not very good for what these things cost. But anyways, we would go up, and once we get about halfway up, this thing was just bouncing like crazy. We bled the lines, probably 60 gallons of fluid through it, still no change. Rebalanced the tension on the cables on both sides, which was something that Rotary had told us to check on. Didn't make a difference. So what we found, this came as a recommendation from an installer up in New York State. He said that he was seeing the powder coat being a little thick on these lifts, and as the column went up, it was putting the pads in a bind, which we had been told previously by Rotary and some of the techs, do not grease the plastic pads. But what I found is when this thing went up, these columns were it was a very tight fit inside here. There was absolutely no tolerance for these things to move. So we put just a little bit of brake caliper grease on both sides where those plastic pads are, specifically on the inside or on this back side of the column. So we did that to both sides, ran it up and down 4 or 5 times without a car on it, put a vehicle on it, perfectly smooth. Now, a lot of people in the comments have mentioned a fluid modifier specifically made by CAT to put inside the oil. Something with the oil was too thick and having an issue going around the seals inside of the hydraulic cylinder. I'm not an expert on hydraulic cylinders, but we did find we did not need that, but that was a highly recommended part that I guess has fixed a lot of people's issues. So if you've greased yours and it's still bouncing, check the fluid modifier. I wish we could have figured this out sooner, but I really appreciate all you out there following that took the time to reach out and call me. I actually spent about 30 minutes on the phone with one of you going through some options, and I'm so glad we got them fixed.